Okay. By inorganic chemistry of iron, chromium, and copper. First of all, iron. Iron is essential in small amounts for both plants and animal lives. But iron is toxic in large quantities. If excess of iron salt is taken, iron causes the disease siderosis, which is found especially in Bantu tribes in Africa because these people prepare their beer in iron pots. Deficiency of iron causes anemia, which is the most prevalent nutritional disorder all over the world. It is caused by inadequate dietary intake or some defect in absorption system that is characterized by lower hemoglobin content of blood, retarded growth, loss of appetite, sluggish metabolic activities, is dull or inactive attitude. Iron is the most important transition metal in living organism. Recommended dietary intake of iron is 10 milligram per day for male adult and 18 milligram per day for female adult. Iron is involved in flowing process of biological system. Hemoglobin contains iron. It acts as oxygen carrier in the blood of mammals, birds, and fish. Myoglobin also contains iron, which acts as oxygen storage in muscle tissue. Cytochrome and ferredoxin also involve iron. Cytochrome acts as electron carrier in plants, animals, and bacteria, and ferredoxin acts as electron transfer in the plants and bacteria. Ferritin and transferrin serves as storage and scavenging of iron in mammals. Iron is also involved in nitrogenase, which is an enzyme in dinitrogen fixing bacteria. Chromium. Chromium has no verified biological role and has been classified by some as not essential for mammals. However, other reviews has regarded it as an essential trace element in humans. Studies suggested that the biological active form of chromium third is a oligopeptide, which might play a role in the insulin signaling pathway. Only trace amount of chromium is suggested to require in the diet of mammals. Chromium third and insulin are both involved in maintaining the correct level of glucose in blood. In case of chromium deficiency, glucose is only removed from the blood half as fast as normally. Some case of diabetes may reflect faulty metabolism of chromium. Chromium toxicity. Water-insoluble chromium third compounds in chromium metal are not considered as health hazard, while the toxicity and carcinogenic properties of chromium PFAS or SIT have been known for a long time. Several in vitro studies indicate that high concentration of chromium third salts in the cell can lead to DNA damage. The most important medical aspects of chromium PFAS or SIT salts like potassium dichromate is that larger amount either ingested or on the skin are carcinogenic. The acute toxicity of chromium PFAS or SIT is due to its strong oxidizing property after it reaches the liver and blood cells through oxidation reactions. Hemolysis, renal, and liver failure are the results of these damage. Aggressive dialysis can improve the situation. Copper. Copper is essential metal for life. Since only a small amount of copper is required, larger amounts are toxic. About 2 milligrams of copper per day is recommended dietary intake for an adult. Deficiency of copper in mammals results in the inability to use iron stored in the liver and animal suffers from anemia. Copper remains bonded to protein in the body either as metalloprotein or as enzymes, for example, amine oxidase, cytochrome oxidase, etc. Copper is involved in lysine oxidase, which affect the elasticity of the aortic wall, dopamine hydroxylase, which affects the brain function, ceruloplasmin, which plays a role in the iron metabolism, Wilson's disease causing iron accumulation in the liver, kidneys, and brain. This disease is treated by feeding the patient oscillating agent such as EDTA. Copper forms complex with EDTA and excreted. Hemocyanin is a copper containing protein which is important as an oxygen carrier in some invertebrate animals.